Last year tried to warn them, this year I destroyed them. Fish talk of the city, now I'm the one they annoy with. Instead of spilling emotions, it's Hennessy in the morning. The cheap suits in the afternoon with more Henny porn.
Hey, you.
Yo. Yo.
How you feeling, man?
I feel better.
It's Saturday the 14th and not Friday the 13th, of which you had like a real Friday the 13th day.
Okay, so I did pre-show. I did think about talking about this, and I forgot because you were stuffing your face with chorizo.
Actually, you ate the chorizo. I ate the eggs and cheese, like a reasonable adult.
I stand corrected.
Yeah, you ate the greasiest of. By the way,
I was downing chorizo paws.
That shit, you could have just squoze that into a cup and drank that shit.
Yo, squoze and grease is
Words
wild.
of your bitch, Phoenix. You do your own thing.
Before, y'all, you know what? Let's just get right to it, man. Who we got in the building?
Hey, Cobretti.
I'll introduce you. Don't worry about it.
Oh, shit.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Some say he's a long lost legend.
What the fuck?
That part I lied about.
Would I die in a forest someplace? What the fuck are you talking about? I'm either a legend or who lost the legend?
All right. He was an unknown legend of the past, right?
How do you be an unknown legend?
Are you gonna let me do this or not?
All right, shit. All right.
All right. He speaks things into existence.
Mm-hmm. I'm an alchemist, you know.
One time he said he was gonna be a book writer.
Right.
It happened.
Mm-hmm.
He wrote the book. And then he wrote another.
Mm-hmm.
And then another.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe one more after that.
Facts.
And then now he has plans of 5 more.
Yes. Cinco.
He also used to be a rapper guy.
Yeah.
He went by the name Jay.
Mm-hmm.
No one liked him.
Right.
And there was way better rappers than him.
True.
But his jealousy runs deep.
Deep. Like the abyss.
Deep. Yeah. Oh, wait. What's his name from The Boys? The Deep?
The deep, yeah.
You was that deep.
I was not that deep.
You was octopus deep.
It's not that deep. I don't even like seafood like that.
I don't like going that deep. That's too deep. He's eventually evolved into the Cobra Kai.
See,
The
Cobretti.
sensei. The ultimate sensei.
Hey, Nito.
Hate Nito.
Kegels.
Former pauser.
Former Pozzavelli.
Current Kegel God.
Kegel's God.
With the GAWD.
Squoze King.
God.
Right.
And he's also Squoze King.
Sorry, the sword.
Yes.
Squoze.
Yo, we got Kai Phoenix in the building. Oh yeah, Stone Kai. Forgot about that. Stone Phoenix. And then of course, ladies. Whoa, that's not me.
You're not tuned in with Kid.
Am I saying that right?
No.
Why do I keep putting L's with shit?
You did put L's with shit. I
don't
understand
know.
this.
Shit just sounds better with L's, dog.
I just think you like creating. You're a creator, so you create your own words, your own phrases, your own terminology.
Yes. I don't think words are done, but I also like giving niggas L's.
Oh. Hey.
Come on, man. Look at us.
Hey.
Hey. Look at us. Look at us.
What are we doing? I like it. All right.
Let's kick this off. Fuck.
First of all, don't disrespect.
Come on, man.
I'm bleeping that part.
First tip for what?
Okay. Let me give context. I didn't know we were going there right away off the jump.
Top, dog.
But Kai did some generous shit today. We got past Friday the 13th. I'll get into that in a minute. But he went ahead and decided to offer breakfast. So he went and loaded up the chorizo and the bean and cheeses or whatever he got.
Damn, that sounded racist. Go ahead.
Did it?
The way you said that shit was just like loaded up the bean and cheese. Like, yo, easy, dog.
I'm a Hispanic.
All right.
I am them.
Okay.
Yeah. And mind you, Kegel's is a drive-through type of guy.
Facts.
But when he realized that this card reader asked for a tip afterward.
A tip for what?
You've tipped for less.
A tip for what?
But have you tipped for less?
Dog, I've tipped for like, come on, man. The service, you got a waiter and stuff like that. A tip for what? You're doing your fucking job. Now, I'm scared to not leave a tip because I don't play with people who make your food to where you can't see. Like I've always been the dude that was like, if you got some shit to say to a waiter, if you want to return food, cool, handle your business, but I'm not eating no more. We're leaving. Because I don't, I used to work
you're
food.
one of them.
Yeah, I used to work food. I've caught motherfuckers. I caught my cook one time mid-loogie in somebody's food. Mid-loogie. And it just be like, dog, bro.
So your greatest fear is your food tampered with.
Yes.
Okay.
So
that's
now
fair.
you put me in I'm under the gun. I gotta leave a tip.
Now, is it worse off when you're already mid-meal and you're ordering other shit, right?
Yeah.
And then you have that friend.
Yep. My wife did it on first
just
date.
happened to be at the table.
Yep.
Who's the complainer?
Yep.
And the embarrasser. Is embarrasser a word?
I had my best friend would like go to fast food and just fuck with the people.
Oh, no.
And I was like, dog, stop fucking playing. I'm not eating this shit. He just liked to have fun with them. I'm like, dog, they're not the people to have fun with.
I'm not hungry anymore.
I'm not hungry, dog. Just keep, you got your shit off. Keep going.
Yeah.
My wife is that person. On our first date, we almost didn't make it. We almost didn't. Luckily,
Damn.
I am attracted to assertive females, right? I like strong. I don't like no punk ass woman, right?
Sure.
Luckily, I'm attracted to assertive females, but I don't like mean people.
You're kind of mean.
I'm a dick. I'm not mean. I'm a dick.
That's
People
fair.
still want to be around dicks. I'm not an asshole. Assholes stink.
People still love dicks.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Okay. So we go out. I forget where I took her. And she's that person that's like, excuse me, I didn't ask for this. Okay. I asked for this and I want this because this is what I asked for. And I'm just sitting there like, oh my God, I ain't even got my fucking plate yet. And I'm just watching her.
Yo.
And the guy's being nice and they return and I'm like, damn, she's fucking mean, bro. Like, I don't like that shit.
It looks worse when the service is good.
This is our first date.
Yeah, but if the service from the server or the waiter is good.
He just made a mistake, but she don't play that.
Sure.
And we are that couple where it's like, if I ask for no mayo and you bring me mayo, I'll probably just eat the burger.
You just settle for it. What if you're what if you're allergic to it?
Hey, it is what it is. If she sees it,
You hand out L's, including yourself.
if she sees it and she's like, didn't you ask for no mayo? Yeah. Hold on.
Oh.
We're that couple.
No, you should be like, I like mayo now.
Excuse me. He asked for it and I'm just sitting there like, I'm sorry, bro.
Hey, you should
I'm
be-
sorry,
No,
bro.
I like mayo now. I like mayo.
Yeah. No, it's cool.
No,
It's
mayo's
cool.
good.
No, mayo's good.
I love this shit.
I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
white.
Yo, I love white.
No. I like this shit. It has eggs in it, right?
Yeah. Damn. That's a little scary. I don't know how I would deal with that. You're a better man than me then.
I'm picking like, look, I believe in being, if you see me as mean, I believe at certain point in time it's time to be mean, but
Sure.
not all the fucking time. I am the dude that
There's things that call for it.
I'm not consistently mean. You just do what you got to do when it's a certain time. But I also was that dude to where it's like, if you owned a kiosk in the mall in the mid 2000s, you was always getting me. I wasn't going to buy shit, but I was going to listen to your spiel because it was hard for me to like.
Oh, you can't walk away.
It was hard to be mean.
Rude.
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't until I got one, my wife was like, no.
I was gonna say I thought you got your own kiosk or something.
No.
I was like, you was in that business?
No.
That's crazy.
But if I was, I'd be the black dude selling that them oils and shit like that. Yeah, this is straight from Egypt. So
Yo, you like YSL?
Yeah, this dripped off the pyramids.
Yeah.
Lying like a motherfucker.
Yo, this right here, you seen Anchorman?
Yeah.
This is the Panther.
This is Odeon. This is Panther by Odeon. It's made with bits of panther elbows
Yeah.
and some pig throat, but
And it has elephant bone marrow
Yes. Yep.
in it.
Well, it gives you strength, gives you a hard bone.
Gives you a hard bone.
Bonerific.
Yeah. You will go hours.
Yeah.
Hey, who needs Blue Chew?
Yep.
Who needs Hims?
You don't need to chew on shit, bro.
Yeah.
Put this shit around your neck.
Straight.
You know what I'm saying? She could be on the ceiling fan.
The skin soaks it in.
It soaks in the skin.
Yeah.
And 87% of the time, it works every time.
That was bars.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to old boy off of Anchorman.
Shout out to all oil salesmen in the fucking Ingram Mall in the early 2000s.
Yo, man,
Niggas look like they was fresh from prison, like it was a prison program. They always had them dumbass slacks.
I kind of miss them guys, though.
Dog, man.
They had the guys at the little stands that they had where they sold the oils. I felt like they was doing the high water slacks before it was a thing.
Do you remember the Persian chicks that sold the sea salt exfoliate?
Yeah. Or the little
I was buying that shit, but they were always like fucking fine, and they had the accents. Them accents was probably fake.
Oh yeah,
but they always had like the fucking greenish blue eyes and shit, and you just be staring at them.
Why is it that people from overseas can do better accents than Americans?
Because that's how they actually talk.
I think they're just making fun of us, and they practice being us.
I wonder what Americans sound like to Europeans. Do we sound like Californians and shit, or do we sound like people from Kentucky from far away?
Broken, like we're broken. Damn, we're a joke. We might be a joke.
No, I mean, I've been overseas, right? I was overseas, and I saw when it was Clinton, we was fucking superstars, especially black people. Yeah. Because all they knew about black people was Michael Jordan and Eddie Murphy and all of that shit like that. So they would look at us like we was superstars, and they could always tell by how we walked and shit like that. That you know what I'm saying?
I feel like if overseas they'll be like, "Yo, if you were black, are you like Michael Jordan?"
Yeah, no, that's what we did. Like, I remember we had Bosnian refugees. They come over, and the only English they had was, "Can you know Michael Jordan?" I'm like, yeah, I know Michael Jordan. Then we go play basketball or some shit.
They but you say I know him, and maybe it doesn't translate properly. They feel like you actually personally know him.
Either way,
we
was lying. We was lying back then. Whatever.
Hell yeah, yeah.
And
we
then
were with Jordan.
Bush came into office, and then like it felt like they were treating us different. So I remember like the differences even between presidents, like how you're seeing.
So he became president, and then we just got attacked.
I don't know if we got attacked immediately, but they were looking at us different.
A year later,
they were looking at, oh yeah.
They needed to plan it out.
Then we attacked ourselves.
Whoa, that's a whole nother conversation.
Then we attacked ourselves so we could go get some oil.
Yeah.
Some poppy seeds and shit.
That always takes you back to the Dave Chappelle skit.
Hey.
When he's all like,
oh, bitch, who cooking? You cooking?
Oh. Who said anything about oil?
Boom, boom. Come on, nigga, let's go.
Yo, so I don't believe in these like Friday the 13th. What they call them?
Damn, you went right. Okay.
No, yeah. Because it's hitting, it's like in the back of my mind now. And so when I told you earlier, I didn't have a good day yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just coincidentally happened to be Friday the 13th. I'm talking about shit in my workplace is going wrong.
Yeah, so it was like a cosmic bad day.
Yeah, it was.
And I like that.
I was annoyed. Cool. I get out. I'm thinking positive. Shout out to my son. It's his birthday, by the way.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I'm trying to go out and about, make sure I get some last minute things.
Yeah.
Trying to do good things.
Kind of a piece of shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me not be a piece of shit.
You didn't do gift shopping until late.
No, I had stuff, but I also like to make sure that like I got everything.
It's rough having a son's birthday this close to Christmas.
Yeah, it is.
That's rough.
Yeah, because you have to do it right over again.
Do you have to double up, or can you just at some point go Christmas?
I might do something like just so they can have fun at least.
All right.
Yeah, you know, rip stuff apart.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's just say that one of the things that's the most unsettling feeling to happen to people, it might not be a big deal because this probably happens to some people all the time. Yo, catching a flat in the streets.
You got a flat?
I caught a flat in the streets.
A cosmic bad day.
Bro. I did, and it's raining. So it's raining, it's ugly. It's about to be rush hour traffic, and I'm in the street.
Damn.
And then I'm all like, oh my God. And, you know, mind you, I wasn't prepared for this. So I was like, okay, I got aftermarket shit. I didn't have all the tools necessary. This is when I also find out you can't trust roadside assistance.
Why don't you call Pops?
I was getting there.
Okay.
But, you know, he run a business. Shout out to Pops. He runs business.
Right.
I don't like disturbing people like that unless I absolutely necessary. It's necessary, right?
Mm-hmm.
I still had resources. I felt like reach out. They show up. Man, when I tell you, they must give people jobs left and right for no fucking reason.
He didn't know what he was doing.
Yo, you would think that people need some kind of skill sets to do certain jobs. Bro, like you can't show up and this is your profession and ask me what to do. Wow. I called y'all.
Bro.
It's like that.
If you're roadside assistance, you at least have to be able to fix a flat.
Bro, you should at least have tools.
No, shut the fuck
You should at
up.
least have tools.
He didn't have the tools?
No, there's no tool. Literally, he didn't have anything that could even take my wheel off the car. Let's just say that.
You didn't pay him, though.
No.
Oh.
And so, mind you, of course, I reach out to the proper channels, get my people involved so that way we can get my vehicle from A to B.
Damn.
But when I tell you, I was like, to spend unnecessary hours in the road. And I was like,
it's
yo,
embarrassing. People see you.
people seeing me.
Isn't that Star from Cheap Suits?
Yo, I can't stand you, yo.
Did you think about that at any point? Or did you think about it just now while you're wearing your Cheap Suit shirt?
I think about it once in a blue moon.
Did you think about it then? Like, damn, what if somebody recognizes
There was
me?
a moment of, will there be some recognition here?
That's embarrassing, bro.
I did wonder that. Thank God the weather was ugly. I don't think anybody's paying attention to who's standing on the side of the road.
Why do people think, why do we feel like if we had a flat, people would look at us like we're broke? Why is that a correlation?
Because it just looks like such a trash situation. It does, yo. Like, that's why I say this. Catching a flat is one of the most, uncomfortable. Like, the moment you feel it happening, you get this, like, it's like when you see the pole lights behind you. Your stomach drops. You just feel like,
nah, that's not the same feeling.
well, it used to be when I first started getting pulled over. Because, when you never experience something, it's like, damn.
Yeah.
I never really experienced no flats in the streets like that. I've always said I've been lucky, tires been good.
My motherfucking truck once broke down in the airport turnaround.
Locations.
The worst.
Locations are a big deal.
I got out the car and just went across the street and went to the store because it was like, I cannot be seen in this situation.
Yo, God forbid you get stranded on a one-way street that only fits one car.
Oh, God. Or what if your shit breaks down on Petrenko? Do you know what you're about to do to people?
I mean, there's some worse places, but still, it can be pretty bad.
That's wild, dog.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to
You already know how annoying and stressful it can be when an accident happens and now the highway's backed up. And you got places to be.
But Petrenko, there's no escape.
No, there's not.
There's no escape.
Yeah. I mean, I'm driving.
Where are the fucking back roads and shit like that?
I will drive on the sidewalk.
Shit.
Yeah. But anyway, so overall, the only highlight was that afterward, I felt like I needed to treat myself to some chicken wings.
You had to comfort eat?
Shout out to my guy, Daryl. He runs Wing It and Sip It.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that made me feel better.
Hey, man, comfort eating is a thing, bro. I'll never hate on that shit again. I realize that's an actual thing now.
Comfort eating is beautiful.
I used to laugh at people, but like, that's not a fucking thing. You're just a greedy motherfucker. But
no, I understand why people with depression eat a lot.
I get it now.
Yeah,
I remember going out after a 12-hour shift and shit, like, man, I fucking deserve this fucking double burger.
Yeah.
But then you start saying that shit every day.
You deserve something greasy. Maybe
I deserve this shit. I earned this shit.
Maybe a good drink next to it, whatever preferred beverage you want.
It's a real thing.
Yeah. Get a little drunk, maybe.
One fucking double burger with an egg on it.
Why do we always feel like we deserve an alcoholic beverage?
Because we're Americans.
I'm American.
I'm American. I deserve this.
I earn this.
But everybody else is just a part of their regular meal.
I pay my taxes. Like, yo, hey,
I voted.
Yo, every time like something as simple as like why I should have this drink turns into like I pay my taxes.
Yep.
I voted for X whoever.
You got to run down the list of shit.
A rundown of all these things that you consider to be American. That's fucking wild, bro.
Fucking goofy, bro.
It's fucking wild.
Goofy shit.
Yeah, man. But overall, that was my Friday the 13th. I guess it was a real 13th experience.
Yeah, that shit
I didn't
sucked.
like it.
And
I didn't like it. Fortunately, I hope nobody recognized me in the streets. And if you did, fuck you, because you didn't help me.
Fuck you, bitch. I ain't broke. I just had a flat.
Yeah, and you didn't pull it over.
You just would have started screaming at cars. I'm not broke. I just had a flat.
It shouldn't have been. No, I'm not going to say that. I was going to say it shouldn't have been me, but nah.
Oh, shit.
It just be like this sometimes.
Better you than me, man.
This should have been you.
It should have been you, man.
Yeah. But
Look at your shit.
Yeah, overall, I will say this. There is a fear of changing a tire in the highway rush hour. Bro, 18-wheelers flying past you.
Niggas on their phone, like you're driving all day and you just look beside you and everybody's in their fucking phone.
You know, to make matters worse, dude, I just saw videos of people getting like completely demolished from cars while they're walking. And then now I'm stranded on the highway. Bro, I'm feeling away.
Bro. Was it on the other side? Was it highway side?
Yeah.
Hell no, that's roadside assistance, bro.
Bro,
hell no.
Right there.
Hell no, that's roadside assistance. I'm not doing that shit. I'll pay. Take my money. Take my money.
I didn't want to wait.
If it's driver's side, you know, people could still hit my car.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Fortunately for me, I got into a space where it was like where like an entrance way of a highway comes in. So there's that big opening that's
that's still roadside assistance.
You can fit like 4 cars there.
That's still roadside assistance. Well, y'all deal. Y'all take the risk.
Regardless, even getting out the car right there.
Yeah.
Even if I didn't have a flat, getting out the car is like, bro, at any given second, I could be like a mile down the road, body parts everywhere.
This is why you get paid. This is why you get paid.
Hey,
roadside assistance.
Somebody
take the risk, baby.
Yeah, well, we already know what my roadside assistance did. Absolutely nothing.
He probably felt the same way. He probably pulled up and was like, nah, this shit is dangerous. I don't got the tools.
Yeah, about this.
Yeah, guy, I don't have the tools, baby.
Yeah. Not only that, but he parked right in front of my car, and we gave my car like a bit of a pump so I can make it the rest of the way. And then he had the nerve to say, "You got a way to squeeze out of there? Bro, you're blocking my car completely."
Like, dude.
And you want me to find a way out?
You were supposed to be help. You just made this shit harder.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro. Like, some of these people who get hired for different jobs ain't shit. Should be fired and jailed.
Was it AAA?
Yeah.
Damn. You should have got his name so we can put him on blast. So he can't feed his kids.
Yeah, Mark. Yo!
You suck, Mark.
Yeah, man, you trash. Anyway.
Let's get right to the shits. Let's start with Devin, man.
Devin the dude? He's a good guy.
No, Devin the dude is a good guy, but we're talking about Devin Haney. You know, Javante was just, you know, he's doing the press for his next fight against Roach.
Yeah, shout out to
Javante. And Javante is just like you watch him and he's like, I've got 4 more fights and I'm retiring. He said boxing is trash. Boxing is trash. It was like, yo, Javante, like he's my favorite fighter right now.
I just hope he's calmed down from.
He seems dead serious.
No, but I hope he's calmed down from like side shit because I don't like.
No, he's good. He's good.
I don't like that shit. I hope he got help.
He got out of there. You know, he's got religion. He just had a new baby boy.
Yeah.
So he's good.
Life changing.
Yeah.
Life changing.
And so he's just like, he's looking at it like, why am I doing this shit? Boxing is trash. And you're just like, nah, man, there's a lot of good things with boxing. Javante, don't fucking retire. And then Devin Haney is sitting in fucking courtroom testifying to bodily harm.
Don't retire. I love you. I love you,
for fucking Ryan Garcia.
Oh my. Okay, look.
That shit, man, look. Bro.
Look, man. Is lawsuit the new thing?
This is rough.
We just talked about Drake last week with the lawsuit shit, and we knew ahead of time that Haney was on some lawsuit shit because that was a conversation. But now it's like in full effect. Like he's in court now.
Dog, this dude is testifying in court.
Okay,
fool.
look. How can you be a boxer and be suing somebody for bodily harm when that's your job? Your job and profession consist of you getting bodily harm.
The worst part about it is this, like, what you were attempting to do, right? What you say that you're attempting to do is square. Okay, he cheated.
Sure.
Fine. We all recognize that, right? He cheated and you lost the fight. So you want that loss off your record. You want some things to recoup. That's not a problem, but you can't change the perception of the things that we saw.
Yes.
That motherfucker didn't have Captain America's super soldier serum.
No, not at all.
He cheated, right? To make weight and stuff like that. And all right, that's fine.
Sure.
But you're still a boxer and you're walking in to the same left hand that you planned for.
Sure.
Listen, You went to a training camp for 6 months, but before that, you've always had you fought Ryan Garcia before, like fucking 6 times in the amateurs.
Yeah.
You know what he does.
Y'all were 3-3.
Yes.
Yeah.
You fought him 6 times. You know what he does. And then when he gets older and he has new tricks, you train for 6 months, but you're watching him even longer.
Yeah.
Why are you walking into the same shit? You just didn't do what you were supposed to do as a boxer,
Facts.
and you got caught and lost. You're not going to erase that shit from our memory just because you win a fucking court case, dog. You'll get your O back.
I don't know if he's trying to.
He's trying to change public perception.
I don't know if in his mind he's like, the more I push this narrative and all this shit, it's gonna make me look less bad as time
It's
goes.
Drakish. Like, you're not changing our opinion. You're making it look worse.
You can't erase what's already happened,
What are you doing?
bro. Like, people, the video's still out there. We still can see the fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fight's not getting taken down. They took your loss away. You lucky they did that. I still think they maybe shouldn't have, but I don't know.
Nah, he cheated. Fair is fair.
Okay, sure.
But my nigga,
But like, regardless, we always get, like, us who watch boxing, we're still gonna sit back and be like, yo, remember when that one time Haney got his ass whooped?
no, listen, it wasn't just a loss.
Bro, that was a demolishment.
It was a colossal beating.
Yeah. How many times did Haney go down?
Probably 4.
5. I think it was 5.
I think it was 4.
Close enough.
And they were all bad.
5 would have been after 3. Say, what's the difference?
You watch Javante knock him down in the second round because as a boxer, he threw the same left hand over and over again. Any boxer worth his salt knows you don't do that. He threw the same left hand and Javante was just like, oh, put him on his ass.
Yeah.
He did the same thing to you. He just came out and just threw the same thing over and over.
And it worked.
How do you get caught with it?
Clearly.
And he got caught early.
Clearly, either he got hurt way too early and was just like, didn't really know what to do after that, even though he had moments. But, bro, like, you didn't make the adjustments.
No. He got caught early and he never was the same. He wasn't wearing the right type of boots. He was wearing some sort of suede, loose fat. He did everything wrong, but you want to blame it on Ryan. Yeah. Ryan cheated, okay, but you just fucked up. And every boxer is saying, like Andre Ward, when they talk to him, he's just like, yeah, Ryan cheated, but like you also didn't box good.
Yeah, at all.
You did everything wrong. You can't win that in a court case, my nigga. You're only making this look bad. It's like niggas don't want to fight you, dog.
I think it's unnecessary money being spent. I don't know what's going to come from this lawsuit and what he's going to accomplish by, even if he did win, like what happens? Like nothing changes.
You're going to fight him again?
Like, and not only that, but the man already did what you wanted him to do. What? He's not fighting for a year, right?
He can't fight. He's a fucking racist. He did all of that fucking. Oh, yeah. He's a
but even
cokehead,
drunk. But even before that, like that even, transpired, it's like, okay, cool. They had agreed not, be banned for a year, can't fight for a year.
Yeah.
The money y'all bet is staying with you and you getting fined and this and that.
Yeah,
and,
he gave up money.
And you got the loss scratched off your record.
What are we doing?
Why? He did everything you wanted. Let him go do his coke in peace.
He's fighting some fucking...
Let him battle his demons in peace.
He's fighting some sort of this Asian influencer. And he's going to lose that. Watch. Man. He's going to get his ass kicked.
Man.
Over there in fucking Japan fighting an influencer. Because... And then, to be completely honest with you, I think Ryan just did a number on his mind. Remember that training camp?
Oh, yeah,
where Ryan was just drinking the whole time and acting crazy and doing all this.
And we thought that he was
legit fucking crazy.
Yeah. I still think he is.
I think, I think he's an addict. And I think that he really does have like a mental issue.
This might be a stupid question. Can somebody really maybe manipulate their own mind to appear a certain way, and then by doing it enough, start fucking your own mind up?
Well, you have actors and stuff like that who will play a role, and then that role affects them because it's all biology.
That's what I'm saying. I want not to say that it's necessarily fully a stupid question, because we do know actors, the Jim Carreys of the world, who they start to live their character.
Daniel Day-Lewis and shit like that.
Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of these guys who transform into their character
Kind of didn't make it back.
until the movie's over with, and then they have to let it go.
Imagine you're doing a movie role. You've been healthy your whole life. You do a movie role where your character smokes, and now you have a smoking addiction.
Oh yeah, see, it could happen.
Yeah, it's like fuck.
Yeah. So it has Ryan Garcia kind of fell into that hole of those type of people.
No, I think that this is a classic example of you want something and then you get it, and like everybody else, you're not prepared for it. Everybody wants to be famous
Of course,
until you understand like what fame actually is, and you're like, holy shit.
it's a lot to handle.
Everybody wants to be Michael Jackson until you realize he was trapped by his own. I was watching a video on him the other day, and it's, you know, he's funny, but it's sad.
Yeah.
Like they were doing a tour of his house and stuff, and they were like, "What is that?" And he had like a motorized scooter for like older people in like Walmarts.
Yeah.
It was like, "Oh, when I get bored, I just ride it through the hallways and stuff like that." And you realize he can't go nowhere.
He wants to do fun stuff too.
He can't do life in general.
at all. You're not a regular person.
Like his biggest thing, I remember with Oprah and them, like one of the funnest days he ever had in his life is they shut down a grocery store and he went shopping.
Imagine that.
That's all he wanted to do. Like that was on his
Imagine that.
fantasy list, was to go shopping.
Yeah.
But what he wanted to do was go shopping around regular people and it just be regular. Even and then when she's trying to make his fan, like you gotta shut down the grocery store.
Yeah, because you're not a regular person.
Imagine that, dog. You want to be
And
the biggest star ever, and then it's like, oh no, you're a prisoner to your fan.
And even Ryan Garcia, you know, whether people, you know, dislike him, they disagree, they're disappointed, whatever, right? He's still a star enough to where people who don't even watch boxing recognize his face.
You wanted the fame. You wanted all of this, and you got it, and then you're like, holy shit.
What do I do with it?
Nobody's really prepared for that shit.
It's a lot. It's a lot to take
Like
in.
the only way to move is Kendrick.
And that's why I hope that I didn't get recognized in the streets, because I ain't a star.
Dog, that's pretty embarrassing.
Yo, what if like a thread began? They're like, yo, star broke as fuck,
Yeah.
stranded in the streets.
And then it'll be like maybe 3 weeks of me going, yo, Star is cool. Y'all stop hating. And then on the 4th week, I'll be like, yo, I got to step away from James.
Yo, hey,
Hey guys,
look, this is starting to affect my
I'm
life.
trying to focus on things that I'm trying to do.
Like
and
I'm catching heat now.
I don't need the negativity, dog.
Yo,
I don't need it.
How hard can it be though, whenever like, you know, a star or somebody, you know, whatever they do this gain them popularity, the crew they have around them, right? And when that person goes down the rabbit hole, right, they're all fucked.
Become nuclear.
How long can the people closest to you be like, bro, I'm catching heat from all angles?
Depends on the
How long
allegations.
can we do this?
Depends on the allegations.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What is their breaking point when they're like, I can't do this?
Well, you know what? I think a lot of the breaking point is your kids. If your kids are getting picked on in school, that's your breaking point.
Yeah. Now we've crossed the line.
Because you can handle it any other way, because you can always be like, hey, man, first of all, look, that shit is unfounded, and that's up to him. But I'm not him.
Yeah.
So I don't know why y'all coming at me like that. I'm not him, bro.
Guilty by affiliation.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
So, perfect segue. Let's talk about it, bro.
Let's get into it.
This shit is fucking nuts. and it, I feel like it's a vindication for all you motherfuckers out there. Like we're at a fucking sad state of affairs in society where all you need is just to be accused of something. And that's it. That's enough.
Well, we already know, and I know we're about to disclose, obviously, I mean, it's pretty obvious what we're going to talk about, but even when something is said about somebody who, you don't have to be a celebrity, you don't have to be a star, you don't have to be famous, you could be just at the regular day job. And the moment a serious allegation gets smacked in your face that's false, you kind of walk around now with that that thing over your head, right? Like whether it's he That guy's domestic violence.
Mhm.
That's his thing. This one over here, a rapist.
But
whatever.
it used to be something where they had to constantly bombard you with this before you're like, yo, I'm starting to believe that.
Before it took a hit.
Yeah. Nowadays, it's just, you could just put it in art. No. At this point, you can just say it on camera.
Yeah.
After the Cat Williams and the Jaguar Wrights and all these other motherfuckers. And it's funny. It's funny how they look at this nigga like he's a fucking truth teller, and all he did was just talk about some years old gripes that he had with people. People are looking at him like he's some sort of sorcerer that predicted some. Yo, Hollywood is fucked up, and like, yeah, we
knew that. We knew that.
Whenever you get the higher in power in corporate settings, shit starts getting fucked up. If you have a place where people don't say no a lot, and there's a lot of yes going on, and people have control over whether you're successful or not, there's gonna be corrupt shit.
Yeah, of course.
In any atmosphere. So you're not a fucking Nostradamus, nigga.
Sure.
But most of these people that we're talking about, your Orlandos and your they're fucking plumb crazy, right?
Of course, yeah. That's pretty evident.
And before we even get on the subject matter, what I'm getting tired of is, as I'm watching all of these bodyguards and used to be confidants and former managers and former this and former that and former that,
all coming out
and being on my nigga, do it in a fucking courtroom. Stop doing it on camera.
Yeah.
If it was that egregious, what you on camera getting paid for? Do it in the courtroom.
Well, they ain't showing up to court.
Oh, yeah, they ain't showing up to court, but they'll get on the camera.
Yeah. But then when they get summoned to go to court or invited over,
dog.
They don't pull up.
I don't respect it. Stop doing it on a fucking camera and do it in the courtroom.
See, it's like the person at a school or a job who they have a problem with somebody and they talking about it, but they're like, well, report it. Oh, well, I don't know about that. No.
Then shut the fuck up then.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, why you're doing a lot of talking.
You're doing a lot of paid,
the wrong audience.
You're doing a lot of paid interviews where you get aggrandized and stuff like that. And then when somebody goes, well, why didn't you say that in the court? Oh, it was a long time ago. Then why are you talking about it on camera?
Yeah, you was hype about it in front of
when you was
cameras.
getting paid on camera, you could just say whatever you want to. But when you have to go to court where you have to actually prove if it's true, you don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So when does common sense come into people's head?
Well, I didn't think they had it.
I did.
The common sense?
Yes.
Oh.
There's a lot of people that, I know that I just look at their thought process and be like, we're fucking adults, dog.
No, they after the dollar, man. They need.
We're adults.
You said it yourself. If you're getting paid for this shit.
No, I'm just talking about normal, rational people who have no closeness or nothing to do with any type of cases and stuff, like just the way that they think. And I'm just like, dog, we're adults. We have rational thought.
Yeah, thought process.
How do you just be believing shit?
That's the era we live in now.
Okay. With that being said, so we talking about the Jay-Z situation, right?
Yeah.
Now, I know certain things, right? Like Jay-Z is not a social media guy
at all.
The way that he has been aggressively coming out is different from normal. So I know that this means something different to him.
He's not staying quiet.
That first statement he put out was like, if you're of that same ilk, you know what he's saying, right? If you listen to certain things that he's saying, and like he's exposing this specific lawyer.
Yeah.
And what he does. So initially they tried to,
because the dude got a pattern, right?
Yeah. So initially they tried to do this petition thing where he said that the victim just wanted to meet Jay-Z and talk about what? What the fuck are you talking about? I'm going to sit in a room and talk about what?
Yeah.
So then they do a civil case.
Yeah.
In any situation, and I implore anybody with common sense, unless you have been hit by a Walmart truck or any other trucking agency, go get that money, right?
Yeah, of course.
If something has been done to you, if you've been violated in a way,
of course,
you don't go for the money. You go for the justice. You go for the justice first, and then you get the money after.
Yes.
Right? If you're going just for the money,
Yeah.
Somebody wronged you. Somebody violated you. Go get justice.
Yeah, don't you care about that first? Above all?
Then you should.
Mm-hmm.
So they go straight to the civil, but he's not bringing out the person.
Yeah.
He's just doing the civil because
keeping him anonymous.
not only that, the original accusation was just Diddy.
At
They
first.
added Jay-Z because I think Diddy's money is drying up. Because a lot of this stuff is just, you got to get him at this moment. He's going underwater. You make an allegation. He doesn't want it doesn't matter I think there's a lot of these allegations that he actually didn't do, but he's paying people off because he doesn't want it attached to his shit is a fucking lotto ticket at this point.
Yeah.
So that's what they're going after. They figured that the same thing would apply to Jay.
But it's not.
Unfortunately, this is a Brooklyn nigga.
Yeah.
And Jay immediately was like, fuck no. If he's ending the fucking official letter in which he clearly typed out himself, saying, I can't wait to show you how different I am. This nigga's not playing with you.
Not at all. Nope.
He's like, you're not getting one red penny. And just the way he was talking, I was like, he's dead serious. And then he puts out another statement. I was like, damn, like Jay don't do this.
Yeah.
Right?
I would say, I mean, at least from my perspective, there's a lot of confidence going into this.
Then,
don't play with me.
Then they filed a lawsuit because he's saying what Jay says in his raps. Bring him out.
Yeah.
What y'all hiding for? You want to accuse me of something? Bring it out.
Yeah.
And one of the biggest things he said in his statement was, the thing that sucks about this is that I've got a daughter that's of age, Blue.
Yeah.
Who I've got to sit down and explain to her that there are fucked up people in this world that want to take advantage of a situation and doesn't mind running our family in the dirt to do it.
And that's the unfortunate part, is that your children, especially when they're of age, even if they're not at that moment, eventually they will be.
Yeah.
And they're going to hear about this or see it somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody's always going to catch wind of something. It's like when that kid finds out that their parent is a stripper or used to be a stripper or some shit. And now the kids want to run with it, even though it was in the past.
No. You know what I would liken? I would liken it to, your mom used to be a porn star.
Better idea. Or better.
Because you can't see the footage of the strippers, but you can find footage of your mom.
That is
your
worse.
friends can find footage of it. And more than likely, they fucking will.
Yeah, they will. And you're going to hear it. You're always going to hear about it.
That's going to fuck you up.
Yes. You know, they used to ask that question to, remember Lisa Ann? Mm-hmm. They used to ask her that because her son obviously was older. And I was like, I could only imagine how many people.
Rough stuff, bro.
And I was like, how do you put up with that? We don't like to hear little other small shit. But having to hear about your mom, like, and you know, the jokes are going to be endless.
Well, you know, I'm sure that had, you know, and those households are a different sort of relationship between the child. Like, there's a whole bunch of honesty going on there.
Oh, it got to be.
It has to be. You have to prepare them for that. And a lot of these OnlyFans chicks are going to have to do that too one day.
Eventually, yeah.
But let's not get off course.
Yeah, let's not derail.
So then he says, hey, fuck this civil suit.
Yeah.
Bring it to criminal court.
Ooh.
Stop playing with me. He said, if something like this actually happened to somebody, wouldn't you want justice? He says that in the letter. Would you not want justice? Bring it to criminal court. Stop going after money. Bring it to criminal court. Bring them out. Let's see. Then they didn't want to do that. So now he's going after the lawyer, right?
As you should.
Now, NBC interviews the girl, my nigga.
Yeah. Mind you, I'm so glad that I saw the interview pre-show. And man,
what the fuck are we doing here?
Look, man. I thought this was fake at first. I was like, there's no way this can be.
What are we doing here? What are we doing here? And hold on. Jay-Z just put out an affidavit from a former client of Busby. She couldn't go through with what he was trying to do. She had a case against somebody, and he was just trying to push celebrities into the case.
Yeah.
And she was like, no, they had nothing to do with it. But he was applying pressure into the fact that she felt uncomfortable and she didn't want to do the case anymore. And now she just did an affidavit and gave it to fucking Jay-Z. proving that this is what this guy does. He catches you when you're vulnerable and then tries to do a civil, so you'll just pay him off real quick so it doesn't damage your
And
reputation.
then get paid. Yeah.
That's his sting. Man, this NBC interview is wild.
It is.
How does a Alabama autistic 13-year-old, if you watch the thing now, was she playing with a stuffed animal the whole interview?
She was you saw the shadow, right?
It was like a stuffed animal.
It looked like she was I couldn't tell. I was busy looking at, her face, or where her face should be.
Yeah. No, but she was like playing with like a stuffed animal, right?
Okay.
Which could be like, oh, wow, she's really, dealing with the autism. She's a 38-year-old mother. Nigga. Stop playing. Like, don't play with my fucking intelligence, right?
Yeah.
So she's a 38-year-old Alabama autistic person who, listen, there's different levels of autism.
Of course.
What she is attempting, or what it seems like, is this is a particularly slower version.
It sounds like it too.
So if this is to be accurate, then at 13, you understand what I'm saying? If you are at this level at 38, at 13, you must have been, come on, my nigga.
Yeah.
So her story is, she had a cousin drive her 5 hours from
her
Rochester
home to New York.
to Manhattan.
Yeah, to New York.
Left her in a limousine. So she's just driving in New York in a limousine, 13 years old, autistic, no supervision.
Yeah.
The limo driver takes her to a party where she meets the Madden brothers from Good Charlotte, the rock band.
Yeah.
The Good Charlotte.
Where she was already told that, hey, you're the type of girl that he's looking for, or whatever.
So she said she sat down and she had a conversation with one of the guys from Good Charlotte, and they talked about his tattoo and stuff like that. Unfortunately, the Good Charlotte people were like, we were on tour.
Yeah, we weren't there.
In the Midwest. We weren't even there.
Yeah.
Would you like proof?
Yep.
We weren't even there.
And this is where the story starts to get a little...
From there, you got taken to another White House party where you go in there, and then Brooklyn Hove, at the height of his powers, this is Blueprint, Black Album, Jay-Z.
Yeah.
And Puff Daddy take turns raping you.
Yeah.
And then you leave out of there, run out, no more limousine, get a payphone, call your dad. He drives 5 hours from Rochester to Manhattan to pick you up. Unfortunately,
who also claims that he has no recollection of
he
this.
doesn't remember anything like this. And he said, I would have remembered that.
Yes.
I have no memory of my 13-year-old autistic daughter. I had to drive
5 hours away.
5 hours away by herself in Manhattan.
Yes.
And he came and picked her up. They drove away and they didn't talk about it. My nigga.
That is not realistic.
You're a father.
In any kind of way.
You're a father.
Yes, I am.
Of sons.
Yes.
Imagine you had a daughter.
Yeah.
Imagine you had an autistic daughter.
Sure.
Imagine she was 5 hours away at 13 years old, stranded. I have to drive. I pick her up. You don't have no questions.
Nothing to talk about.
You ain't got no questions.
Oh, yeah, but hey, Dad, you don't remember this ever happening? No, because it probably didn't happen.
You don't have no questions.
Yeah.
Y'all drove in silence
the whole time.
My nigga.
I don't buy it.
Unfortunately, there is evidence and proof that Jay and Puff were at Club Lotus after party after the VH1s.
So we weren't in the same location. Man.
What the fuck? But I pretty much knew this from the beginning by his tone, and it's just like, so not only is Jay not guilty,
Diddy ain't of that either.
but Diddy's not guilty. Busby also has other cases from Diddy. How much of those are true?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
There's a little pattern.
I've been saying from the beginning, niggas focus on the wrong goddamn thing. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? Baby oil and freak offs and shit like that. Niggas sign NDAs.
All the time.
And then they take the drugs and have freak offs.
Yes.
That's consent. what we should be talking about is a nigga running in the hallway and right hooking a 130-pound-year-old woman and dragging her back to her hotel.
130-pound-year-old? That's crazy.
Did I say that?
Yeah.
Shit.
That's wild business. Might
That's
zoom
wild
in on
business.
that.
All right.
Might zoom in on that part.
But
no, yes, that is a focal point. And
that should be what we're talking about.
you know what's crazy? We posted a clip a while back. When we were talking about when the Diddy allegations, all that stuff first started happening, we had that conversation here, right? And I remember that we were saying something to this effect in regards to like focusing on the wrong thing.
All niggas want to talk about is gay shit.
No, I get it. But I'm saying we were discussing that. And all we said, I believe in that clip, was that people were focusing on on what's not important. Because people do freak offs all the time, right?
I said there's going to be some apologies in the future.
And I remember somebody said that like we were in defense mode. And I was all like we were defending the dude. I was like, we didn't defend that. I think they took something out of context because y'all want to focus on that. Because y'all think that even though that's not the criminal part of it, how come we're not speaking on the criminal shit?
Niggas, all they get at the end of the day is what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks they're progressive on shit. You're not progressive because in instances like this, all you want to talk about is gay shit. Niggas be gay
all the time.
It's a thing. That's not against the law.
Not a crime.
Beating on women is against the law. So if you want to talk about shit, you talk about that shit.
Yeah.
If whether he's fucking a Meek Mill and shit, who gives a shit?
Even when the video surfaced with Cassie, I was like, yo, I didn't feel like it was like the other shit, the freak off.
It wasn't like the baby oil thing.
All the baby oil talk, the freak off was a bigger conversation than that. Even though I get it, they settled on that. I understand.
Yeah.
I know he's not gonna get in trouble for that.
But it is what it is. We've seen it now. We can't unsee it.
We know what he's capable of.
Yeah, we know that he hurt people.
Yeah,
that's what you should be focusing on.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are we talking about? But once again, not everything that you hear is true. Niggas just believe every goddamn thing. And my thing is, dog, you can't fuck with my intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
I know that this person has hurt people.
Yes.
We allowed it back in the day. We condoned it. We never minded because it was boss shit.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you got to face that shit. Well, you face that shit, but a lot of this shit is money grabby.
Mm-hmm.
And niggas are afraid to say that shit because they don't want to be afraid. But like some of that stuff he's guilty of, some of that stuff he's not. Yeah. It's money grab time because he's settling in shit like that.
Yeah.
It's bullshit. And people need to like actually, if you are invested in a story, do some due diligence. Don't just accept shit just because a person gets accused of it.
And I want to be real here because we're not saying that like everything that gets said or the accusations that happen are never true. That's obviously not the case.
That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's not. But I already know that people take things out of context all the time. But I am saying that there is people who are doing this money grab shit, just like we're seeing. It really does feel like a money grab, right? And that shit ain't right. You know what I'm saying?
That's not right.
You're first of all, you're hurting families. You're tarnishing people's names, their brands, people that they've worked a lifetime for. And not to say that none of these guys have never done anything bad. They could very well have, but that part's not getting pointed out.
If they did something wrong, they're gonna pay for that shit.
Of course, yeah. We're not saying that
but
they shouldn't.
But the kids didn't do that.
Yeah, but the kids are gonna suffer too.
There's a difference. Like as a reasonable, rational-minded adult, I can differentiate in between those.
Yeah,
and see that life is gray. It ain't black and white.
Mm-hmm.
So at the same time as Bill Cosby hurt people,
yes,
the amount of things they actually did for black people was astronomical. Those two things existed in the same time period. And the same thing goes for Diddy. He was a terrible person. He did astronomical things for people. Them two things exist.
Yeah.
He hurt people, and a lot of those accusations are also bullshit.
Of course.
So the family is suffering for that shit, but like, dog, for the shit that he did, he needs to answer for. That's life.
Yes.
But people also need to fucking prove it.
Of course.
Just because
Somebody
you got,
says it.
Yeah, right now you just got a whole bunch of internet shit where somebody goes, well, Hollywood is fucked up. And then accusations come and like, I told you it's all demonic. Like, nigga, so is your fucking job and your healthcare system and all of that other shit and your politics and all of that. You focus on the wrong goddamn thing. You're not affected by that. But these politics, what's about to happen with policy, it's about to fuck you up. And you didn't even participate. Nigga, don't even get me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's like all of this shit is fucked up where there is power and power dynamics. It's all fucked up.
Yeah.
But it's just, I'm surprised by how people think.
Is it really?
It is, dog.
I feel like these days I'm not surprised anymore. You asked me a few years back, maybe I would have thought different.
Internet, okay, look, I take, if it is internet culture and blogs and stuff like that, oh, of course now. This is what get them likes and views and stuff like that. Cool. If it's younger people, they've been raised on the internet. They really don't have a gift of discernment.
Yeah.
People my age have a gift of discernment. We came from the news. We came from journalism.
Mm-hmm.
We came from fact checking. We came from, hey, those apologies better be the same volume as the accusations.
Yeah.
If you were wrong, I want them I sorries just as loud as the accusations.
And they never are.
I want retractions. Nowadays, barely. But I think that that's exactly what's about to happen with Jay-Z. I don't think he's going to wait for them to pump up the volume. I think that this case is about to get dropped, and then he's going to go after Busby and destroy him. Don't worry. You don't have to give me I'm sorry. I'm going to take it from you.
Damn.
And I think that that's where we got to be now. If everybody is led by internet, if you get all some shit we always talk about, if you get all your information from the internet, you got to take your sorries.
Yeah.
You got to take your flowers and you got to take your sorries.
Yeah. And it's it's crazy though, because remember we were talking about it earlier in the year. And, there was always the rumors like, oh, well, who's next? And this and that. I'm like, I'm getting tired of it, man.
Listen, there's another element here. Niggas want Jay-Z down for some reason. There's a lot of reasons.
It's like that thing about everybody, like whoever's at the top, they always want that person down.
Yeah.
I never understood like why people feel that way. They like to bring down the person who is at the top. Is it because you're not there? You know what reasons could that be?
No, it's not even that. Like, there's a lot of reasons that they want Jay to go down, but it's like all for certain selfish reasons. Like, Lil Wayne fans want Jay to go down.
Crazy.
Drake fans want Jay to go down for their own reasons. Like, anytime you try to talk about Drake and his legacy and stuff like that and his longevity, anybody who knows rap music goes, wait a minute, the Jay guy, that guy is still the best. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
And they hate that. It's sort of like a Kobe LeBron thing. But if you love Kobe, you have to hate LeBron. That's how people feel.
Yeah, which is a little nuts.
It's a little nuts.
And I do think that it's weird to hate evolution because people for example, Jay, we knew what he was coming up, right?
Selling physical copies.
Yeah. He's from the physical era, drug dealer turned rapper. That's all documented, right? Become businessman, turn businessman.
Billionaire.
Executive, whatever, right? And now, new positions in life, like his focal point is not in the rap scene necessarily, but he still
did what he did.
He's done what he's done. Whether you're a fan of him or not, right?
It don't matter,
But it's just like
he's always the name.
Yeah, why? It's gonna be hard to bring down this type of man. I don't think Jay-Z is not regular to me.
No,
he's not.
He's been irregular for a very long time.
He's just not a regular dude.
No.
It's hard to play with people like that.
And he's been weird. Like, if you break it down to niggas who know, Jay-Z, Superhead said she domed off Jay-Z, but he's the only guy that made her suck him off with a condom.
Whoa, that's crazy.
This is a different nigga.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a different mentality.
Yeah.
We made a lot of fucking mistakes when we were young. We definitely weren't doing that.
Yeah.
And we probably should have.
It's
And with
probably,
some of these hood boogers that we messed with, we probably should have made them with 2 condoms.
yeah, because you never know. But
To have that sort of mindset, in that moment,
you are thinking differently.
you're a weird sort of dude. You
Yeah.
want to convince me that that's the nigga that get the fuck out of here.
You know, I just don't like I said, if not to, take away from anybody who's really, dealt with that type of thing, but I don't appreciate like the falsifying
Yeah.
of, dishing out these accusations just because it's so easy to do so. People yell out rape so loosely now. They yell out assault so loosely now. They're making shit up,
Right.
and then who's paying the price? Because even if Jay goes and like completely destroys whoever he needs to destroy in this situation, it's like, bro, but now that what has been said is gonna still be there.
Now, I got to say some shit. We're going to go to the dojo, right? We're going to go to the dojo. So I'm going to say some shit that is only coming from me.
Here we go.
I don't speak for cheap suits. I don't speak from nobody else. I just speak for me.
Hold on.
What's your style?
My style? You can call it the art of fighting without fighting.
Show me some of it.
So, I've been around for a long time,
A very long time.
right?
Yeah.
So, when people talk about, well, Jay-Z, he got with Beyonce when she was 17.
There's
17, 18.
There's mixed sayings. I know there's something about they met at that time or whatever.
17, 8, yeah. Now, the story is, I think they met when she was 17, 18, and then they got together later on, right?
Yeah.
So that usually is the basis of when they make their argument for anything that he might be involved in within that arena, right?
That's right.
How old was I when Destiny's Child came out?
Was that late 90s?
I was 16 in 98.
So 90s, I would say.
Oh, for sure. I was 16 in 98. I don't necessarily remember if they came out in 97. I don't think they came out in 97.
Let's just say they did around that time frame. Late
Okay.
90s. Late 90s.
I'm going to say some shit, and it's only coming from me, and I'm going to keep it completely real because that's what I do. If you disagree, it is what it is. I'm just telling you my POV. I remember being a 16-year-old when Destiny's Child dropped, like everybody else. That was, we all lusted after them. Kelly was actually my favorite. Kelly and Latavia were my favorite. Beyonce.
Kelly still look good.
Yeah. Beyonce always was like different.
Oh, yeah.
She ain't look like no, you know what I'm saying? And then to furthermore keep pushing that agenda, like she was never imaged and pushed. They were never pushed as teens and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
We knew at some point the teens, we didn't know how old they were, but they damn sure didn't look it. She for sure didn't. Then she was in a Case video where she was the love interest. I have no idea how old she was at that point.
Yeah.
We perceived her as a grown woman, right?
When I first saw Beyonce, I thought she was like early 20s. At least I was young.
Yeah,
I was a
you
kid.
come from a different generation, so your
Yeah.
Beyonce is probably crazy in love.
Maybe
and she was.
a little before that, maybe, but yeah.
Okay, well, for most people, crazy in love, not crazy.
But she looked way older than us.
Her first debut album, yeah, she about 23, 22. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was never positioned with that, and they were everywhere.
Yes.
Destiny's Child was, they're probably. Are they the biggest girl group ever?
Safe to say. Until somebody names another.
No, I think it's between them and TLC. And I think they were.
Nah, it's
I
probably
think they
them.
were bigger because I think Survivor really pushed them.
Yeah.
So they're the biggest.
TLC was more short lived.
Not really. They were huge.
Compared
They
to
just
them?
didn't get the money. They were
Oh.
huge. TLC was huge.
Yeah, maybe.
And
But
their accolades.
I just don't think they were bigger than Destiny's Child.
Yeah, I think Destiny's Child surpassed them.
Yeah.
So they're the biggest selling girl group of all time. So they were everywhere, which means they were everywhere.
Yes.
So he probably saw her all the time and you just never know.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is the way that she was always presented, the way that she was groomed, the way that she behaved and stuff like that. Even as a 16-year-old, I never saw Beyonce as a 17-year-old.
Nope.
She looked 18, 19 then when they first came out and shit like that. And then it only got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
She only looked more and more and more and more.
And what
So
is-
I'm not making an excuse. What I'm saying is, coming from my life, I never saw this individual in the way that people are thinking.
Yeah. Not only that, but like, even from if the statements are factual from, and the timelines are factual, she would have been
Probably about 20.
she would have been 18, maybe 19 when they supposedly started dating.
Sure. Yeah.
There's no crime there.
No.
So,
You get a side eye at most.
but he's getting attacked, and I get it. They're saying, well, he met her at 17 or 16. It's like, you could meet anybody at that age.
Sure.
What does that mean?
and in the atmospheres that you're meeting and stuff like that, it's a little weird. Not to mention,
Yeah.
your father is.
But if she's like already like a singer, she's not in your typical places that you and your high school friends are gonna be at.
Right.
She's doing other shit. She's gonna meet other people.
And on top of that, for anybody that thinks it's even more like this backdoory shit, you forget. Mom is stylist,
Yes.
so always with you.
Mm-hmm.
Daddy is agent and manager.
Always with you.
Always with you.
Yeah.
And they control your life for the better part of until she was like 25.
Yeah.
There's no way to miss this dude, which means it was okayed.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? If the family okays, like, you don't have that much more of a say so than they do.
Not only that, but
That's my opinion. Y'all say what y'all want. That's just me.
No, but what are we focusing on? Because if the internet is trying to come after that idea, it's like you're coming after something that's irrelevant here, in my opinion, because that's a married couple. They're a family at this point. We talking like Hove is over 50 years old. Beyonce's what, 40?
And then it's like, yeah, I hear what y'all saying. What age did your mom have you?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If your mom had you at 20, 21, how long was she with you?
And not to okay anything. I don't care what these people be doing in their own personal lives.
Right.
But I know some of y'all's mamas when I was in high school. And I know, like, I was friends with some of these now that they're your mamas. They wasn't dating somebody from high school. They was dating the dudes who was already graduated outside of high school with the cars and all that shit. Like, bruh.
Nothing is being condoned.
saying,
we are speaking to the reality of life.
Yeah, when it's not you, and then especially when it's a different time,
Mm-hmm.
you trying to compare that time to today. We do know that shit has changed. We get that.
Yeah.
I'm not okaying none of this shit because I can only speak for what I do.
I'm not condoning, but I do come.
No, I know,
I
I know,
come
I know.
from a different time, and there's another dynamic. And the dynamic is a lot of times people don't want you to be in those situations because they feel like somebody is taking advantage of you, and they're wondering how you're going to be able to take care of yourself and success and money and how you're going to set up your life.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, in this particular dynamic, not only is your life set, his life is set.
Yes.
Niggas could start a family like right the fuck. Like
Yes.
that takes away that dynamic.
Yes.
And they're thinking, oh, this person can actually further your, it's all intermixed. It's in between. I
Yes.
speak to the reality of shit. It is what it is. Everybody has their own personal feelings. I'm going to speak to the reality and what is how I honestly see it.
Yes. As
So
you
if
should.
that's what y'all are using, I'm like, bro, we come from a different time where all of that shit is murky and gray and not reality of what you're speaking from internet moral platitudes, but
Yeah.
not what is actually taking place in the fucking street.
Yeah.
What's happening on internet moral things, the way you guys project yourself is not how you actually conduct yourself on the street. And that's what I'm speaking to.
I just, and we say time and time again, man, I hate what the internet turns people into. When it comes to I get it. You got platforms now. It's social media. Everybody got a voice, right?
Yeah.
But man, I do wish some of y'all just stop talking.
Either stop talking or talk what's real. At least have the nuts to say what you really feel and how you really think and not be scared to, well, they're going to judge me for, hey, man, it is what it is.
And stop reciting what somebody else said and act like it's yours.
It is
Let's
what it
stop
is,
doing
dog.
that.
Like, be real about how you feel and what your reality is. This is coming from me.
Mm-hmm.
I can grow from it. I can see a different situation. This is where I am right now.
Yeah.
I have a very long time to measure time. Like you were speaking from a right now perspective, but there were other perspectives and ways of thinking before your generation came. And they might not meet your standards, but you can't measure that time standard based on this time standard.
Yeah.
It was what it was then. It's different now. The time before mine in the 50s and the 40s and the 60s, they were expecting you to start having babies at 19 and 20 and settle down. If you're like 24, 25,
with no kids.
You don't have no kids and no what. Like, what are you doing as a woman with your life? It was a different standard.
Shoot, you still got traditional Hispanic families are just like that still, because they still come from that, they have that mentality, that old school mentality where like, well, mija, you're 21. Where's the baby?
Yeah. It wasn't until the 70s and the women's empowerment to where they were like trying to teach you, you don't even know yourself yet. How you going to become a mom based on old standards? Like you can create your standard now. Every generation is supposed to be smarter than the next, but different times had different standards.
It's kind of sad that at sometimes I feel like we've also gotten dumber.
No, it's not that we've got. Yeah, we actually have gotten dumber.
No, yeah, we have gotten dumber.
In a lot of areas,
I wouldn't even argue that. That's
in a lot of areas, we have absolutely got less intelligent.
Yeah,
it's like the more information we got,
the dumber we got.
The dumber we got.
It's like I do feel like some people allow the internet to do the thinking for them.
You know what it is? Yeah, we get all this information. And because we have this much information, we accept the information as truth.
Exactly.
And forget to all this information is available for us to research it.
You know what? It's okay. This is funny because this just happened yesterday. I was, before I was getting blown out, pause. And I was before I got stranded in the street. I saw a post, and you know how anybody can be verified now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I seen this. I guess it was supposed to be NBA Central, right, or some shit like that. I don't know. And it was verified and all that shit. Had thousands and thousands of likes and comments already, and it was saying that LeBron James had announced retirement. And I was like, "There's no way this is accurate, because why would this page this page be the first one to announce it?"
Mm-hmm.
And as a person who just takes anything they see and runs with it, because whether the numbers match up and there's oh, well, it has 50K likes, it's got to be true, or all the comments are like, yo, this is crazy, or happy retirement or whatever, that they believe it. I'm like, maybe
common sense. This would be on ESPN first, Sports Center.
Other people would have stopped there and believed it, and then shared it with the world, right?
Yeah.
Yo, I had to tap into every sports source that I know who would have posted this first, including the NBA app, including their Twitter pages and this and that, because I can't settle for the wrong information.
And just common sense would tell you, LeBron James retiring is a time stop sort of situation.
That would be major.
Everything stops.
Major news.
Yeah.
Every outlet would have it. Regardless of how you feel about LeBron James, every outlet will have it.
Everything would stop.
It will have the Kobe Michael Jordan effect.
Yep.
Where people are going to know that right then and there is the end of an era.
Everything stops. It's one of those moments. So it's just
I don't think people realize how big of a star LeBron James is sometimes, because now it's so easy just to like, oh, I just don't like him. I hate
saw
him.
a map the other day. No matter how much, like the internet would make you think that everybody hates this motherfucker, right?
Oh, yeah.
I saw a map of the most viewed players.
And LeBron is that guy.
There's like 2 states in which somebody else is more viewed than him.
And everybody else is LeBron.
Like, what the fuck are we talking about?
That's what I'm like.
Everything would fucking stop, dog.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know what these people's, what their sources are, but I feel like they saw a TikToker or they saw an Instagram person just say some wild shit about LeBron James and put crazy stats or say that he's a bad guy and whatever they want to say. And then the few people who they run with everything they see, boom, that now becomes their way of viewing it.
Another element is, at what point in time do we believe certain shit? Like, if you are a person who believes a lot of what Orlando Brown says,
Sure.
right? Orlando Brown says, if you pay me enough, I'll say whatever.
And probably do whatever.
He told you. He's showing you that. He ain't lying to you.
I mean, he was over there deep throwing microphones.
He said, if you pay me enough, I'll do whatever.
Yeah.
Good business deal. If you ever seen him next to his wife and shit like that, he's like kind of a normal dude.
Yeah.
It's an act.
It's all an act.
Charleston White has told you I created this character. I'm just going to say a whole bunch of shit because it makes me money.
And
he told you that.
But you still tune in.
You think this motherfucker is like some sort of sage to speaking of dog? He's saying whatever is going to get you there to make money. He told you that.
He specializes off clickbait.
At what point in time do you not listen to these niggas when they're telling you the truth?
It's so crazy that
you believe everything about them except for what when they're actually telling you the truth.
And what's makes it more nuts is that, like, when they do tell you all this, they do tell you, like, come on, it's a character.
Yep.
It's like when wrestling eventually told you, yes, we are a scripted live entertainment show. This is what we do. And some people will still say, can you believe this happened? So-and-so cheated on so-and-so. How is wrestling gonna be the same? It's a show.
Because it's like,
it's a show.
You, like, these people validate things that you think. A lot of the times it's not even their views, it's your views.
Yes.
When they say it, for you, it validates it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. That's why I'm like, dog, I fear for people who only get their information from the internet.
Yeah.
If it's not like you getting all your information from the internet, if you only read one book, it's always going to be the gospel to you.
Yeah. That's
like,
fair to say.
Like, you gotta do more and see more things to inform yourself.
Yeah.
And it's weird. Like, we have gotten a little dumber, and you would expect. It's like I tell people all the time, by now, based on the number of the year, we expected that we would be in flying cars by now.
Of course. Now supposedly China's aiming to do it by 2030.
All we're doing is burning books.
Yep.
We're literally like the 1930s and the 40s.
It's
the years don't mean progression. They just mean the years.
My whole thing, I don't know if you remember a while back. I got into a debate with IQ and Norm, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the debate more or less went against IQ. Shout out to IQ. That's my brother.
Shout out to IQ.
And because they had asked me if I believed that if we really went to space, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I think that I did, over the course of, like, that's what they teach you in school type shit.
Sure.
And all that, whatever. It's in the history books. It's, whatever. I was like, over time, I didn't fully feel that way, but I had other reasons on why, because I felt like there's a lot of things that we can't do here yet that it's kind of mind-blowing if we could do something up there.
Okay. Since we're on the subject,
sure.
Do you believe that we've ever been in space?
I believe we had machines that went to space. I don't believe a person did. I don't.
That is wild.
But it's not like, if somebody believes that, that's fine. I don't have no problem with that. I don't care what people believe.
You don't think we have somebody in orbit right now? Despite all of the...
I think that maybe we can be right there. I don't think we can make it like to the moon and Mars. I don't think that part.
That's interesting.
I don't.
That's interesting. Listen.
I also don't like when I see, like, for example, they were doing an interview with one of the astronauts from way back when they first landed, and they try to question him on why people, like, if they really landed and this and that, and they could never give an answer. I didn't like that.
I think that what we have here is the wrong issue, right? I
Sure.
think the issue is we all have our doubts, or we don't believe
Sure.
that the first moon landing was real. Because we had a space race.
Yeah, and
we was
don't-
trying to get ahead.
And don't take my word as, I mean, I'm never going to say
No.
it's facts.
I'm just trying to-
think that it's a possibility
I'm
that
just trying
it
to
did
reason.
happen.
I'm just trying to reason
Sure,
together,
sure.
right? I am never going to be the person that says we didn't land on the moon at the time that we didn't. I have very serious doubts
Sure.
that the first and probably second moon landing were real.
Sure.
I understand the circumstances. I know America.
Okay.
After that, 80s, 90s, 2000s, we've
Sure.
been there. We've been in outer space.
Sure.
We've been to the moon. Yes.
Let me
The first one,
let me rephrase,
second one,
though.
I don't think so.
I do think we can have people in orbit.
Mhm.
I'm not going to go as far as to say that it's impossible. I think that there probably is, like, we got some cats up there right now.
Mm-hmm.
They're chilling.
Mm-hmm. Doing their rotation.
I just don't fully, like, even some of the other shit, right? Like, like, you know how they say, like, oh, well, this is our galaxy, and then we see another galaxy, and there's, like, you know, now we know about these different galaxies or whatever.
Mhm.
I do think that sometimes that there's a possibility that that could be all bullshit too.
I believe we've been to the moon, and the evidence is overwhelming.
No, and
I believe that
that's
we've been
fine.
to the moon several times.
Yeah.
We've never been on Mars. Not a person.
No.
Machines, but they
Sure.
never claimed that we went to. I think that they have machines that have landed on other planets.
And even
It's too dangerous for us.
and even those machines that supposedly landed on Mars were, you know, people were debating if those were even
Yeah, but
factual.
you know, I think at that point,
I do think it's fun, and you know, and this is me not trying to be like, let me not be the internet believer, but if I don't see somebody like at least countering, right, and like if we're having a debate, you're getting questioned, and then either that person doesn't have answers or whatever the case may be, or they'll be like, well, then why does this place and this area of the United States look just like the images? You know,
and a lot of that
and
is
that I'm like, well, like that starts to raise questions.
sure. And then you look at the people who are asking questions and showing doubts, and it's like, well, what qualifications do you have for?
That's fair.
And then it's like, my question is, in a lot of situations, one of the questions that you should always ask yourself is, who does this benefit?
Yes.
For the first two moon landings,
Mm-hmm.
it benefited us to win the space race, to be seen a
Yes.
certain way. After that, it's just about exploring,
Yes.
seeing different things, seeing if we could establish this. Because another thing about, I trust America to America, right? And once we won the war of the narrative history scientifically, the next thing that America wants to do is, what can we colonize?
Sure.
What can we make ours? And put people on, and you know what I'm saying? I think that's what we're continuing to do. We're looking for another place to explore, colonize, and exploit.
Be the first.
No, not be the first. Just the same thing we're doing on Earth right now. We're not necessarily taking care of we're just property, like
Occupying it.
occupying it, benefiting from it, money, owning. That's it's the next thing.
Until it's time to move to the next thing.
Yeah, we want more planets to colonize and live on and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Because this one ain't gonna. Unfortunately, we are fucking this up.
Yeah. Well, that's what we do.
Sooner or later, we're gonna have to think forward to what we might be able to do somewhere else.
You got to think about what to fuck up next.
And I expect America to America.
Of course.
It would benefit us to actually see what's going on out there.
That's possible. I just think, like I said, it's just it can be like sometimes, just me, just looking around, do a lot of thinking, right? So sometimes I'm just like, damn, we can't even get a phone signal, but somehow,
Not for us.
yeah, somehow here we can't get a phone signal. Either we're just not allowed to, or we just can't figure it out. But somehow we can have decent communication from space to here. And that is also wild to me.
Yeah, but it's like Verizon is not NASA.
Of course not.
In capabilities and technology and in funding. There is a vast difference between that. So it's not a real comparison.
And I've only spoken to one person from NASA live on this show before. That question came up. And I just said, did we land? They told me yes. Honestly, their yes, though, wasn't very selling to me.
I just think the first two. I just think that the first two
happened.
No, I don't. I have my doubts about the first two. I'm not going to say it did.
But you think after
I don't
that?
know factually. Yeah, I think after that. I think in the 80s and the 90s and the 2000s for sure. But I think the first two was just we're just trying to.
So if you were
trying to be
if
first.
you were offered opportunity to go do it
Just one time.
Absolutely, free of charge,
Absolutely,
all expense paid,
absolutely, I'd be there.
You'd go.
I'd love to go to space,
but they said just you by yourself.
I would have to really trust their capabilities.
All right.
Because the what was it? The Explorer did exist. What was that? 1988. We watched that shit explode in the sky.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that happened.
I remember that shit.
Many of them exploded.
No, I don't know if I would want to go by myself.
You want to blow up with somebody else?
I'd go out with someone. I mean, there's been celebrities that have gone. That, you know what I'm saying? To go up to space and be able to look at the planet, I'd love to. I know what just being on the ocean did for me mentally. Just being out in the ocean by itself, something that is older than me, greater than me, something that can end me anytime it wants to, something that'll long live,
swallow you up.
Dog, it fucking changed my whole fucking mind state.
The ocean is crazy.
Just imagine looking down on a fucking earth. Not too many, only 12, certain people in the world get to see that.
I think I'm also
before I die.
I think I also feel like that kind of way too, because I am fascinated by the ocean.
Yeah.
And just the fact that it's only been said that we only know 10% of it. And I'm all like,
finding out there's oceans under the ocean.
And I think for me, I'm just like, can we figure out more of the ocean first before we make an exit?
Well, we're not gonna make that. That's gonna be the billionaires and the scientists and all essential personnel. That ain't us.
Just one question though, before we get out of here.
Yeah.
Do you think that that narrative about when they were trying to discover the ocean back in the days, right? When they were more focused on that.
Yeah.
Because I think that was when NASA was doing before? They were ocean explorers, right?
Well, I mean, there's all the different branches and stuff.
But I think, but before the space stuff.
Aquatics. Aquatics and stuff like that.
And supposedly there's a narrative out there. I don't know where it comes from, but it's been said in different places, right? That something was seen at one point in the ocean, or something occurred that where people were like, yo, we got to find, if it's absolutely necessary based on what we've seen, we need to find a way to have the technology to get out of here. I wish I knew what that was, if that's a truth. Cause that sounds like some Godzilla shit.
Oh, man, listen.
Not saying it's Godzilla related, but I'm saying, imagine if there was these wild, let's say creatures that existed. And they're down there chilling. They're like, one day we'll come up.
Let me tell you something. They got to be the laziest motherfuckers in the world.
Maybe we haven't done enough damage.
They should have been attacked in a million years.
But maybe we ain't done enough damage yet.
We do a lot of damage. We're doing a lot of poking and prodding and whatever.
Maybe
how
they always say there's some truth to a joke or a story or whatever. Even if it's a movie that, this was inspired by something. I always wonder too, I'm like, if some of these movies we watch, if there's reality to them, and then they just create it into a movie.
I got it. You ready?
Yeah.
This is what my brainy brain did, because I'm a fucking genius. Right? I think those Godzilla type of creatures when man and civilization grew and grew and grew and started taking up the world,
Yeah.
they went to the North and South Pole, where their body heat is affecting the glaciers and melting everything.
Have you thought about this a lot? Or is
No, I just thought about it right now. Right now, we're worried because everything is melting.
And their
and
body heat is the
it's
cause.
because of their fucking, it's the cause of that. Because they fled us. They went north. Their body heat is affecting the layer. And then when all of those glaciers and stuff fucking melt, then it's going to flood the earth. And that's going to be our ending.
And that's why they don't allow people to go south of Antarctica.
That's why it's not safe. It's not safe.
That's why they got ships out there.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of places not safe.
See?
But they have the ships and helicopters ready if anybody tries to get down.
But we don't go up there a lot.
Well, down.
Down and up.
Yeah. But down there.
North and South Pole, we don't go there a lot.
But Antarctica is the place where they've always said, like...
Hey, you watch the Superman movies? Where did he go? Where we don't go a lot. That's where he established his fortress of solitude.
But I'm saying that, like, in real life, they don't allow us to go down in Antarctica and just chill.
No.
But I'm saying...
Oh, you're going to chill.
I wonder what they know. Oh, yeah, you're going to chill physically.
Yeah.
But
they know. It's either Godzilla or Superman there.
What if your theory is correct? What if there's
I was the only one.
What if there's fucking dragons?
I was the only one.
There's dragons just melting the Antarctic
just
ice.
Fucking it up.
Damn.
And it turned out to not be us after all.
Or maybe they just want to get rid of us.
Maybe they just incubate
because
the polar caps melt and it floods us over.
They know we'll survive, but we won't.
Yep.
That's possible.
That's fucked up. Dragons are fucked up, dog. And on some real shit,
I want a dragon.
I like to know what dragon meat tastes like.
Whoa. Let's be a slight pause. That's a little crazy.
Bro, you're a foodie. You like to know what a lot of meat tastes like.
I would have said it differently.
It doesn't. It's regardless. It's the same meaning.
What do dragon ribs taste like?
Really? Dragon ribs?
You think a New York a dragon?
Star, eat a dick, bro.
You think a dragon ribeye is good?
Eat a dick, dog.
I'm just saying, you went straight for the meat, man. You could have been talking
ribs
about
are meat.
You could be talking about their man
ribs
parts.
are meat. Well, niggas want exotic foods. Maybe they're eating dragon dick.
Yo,
it's meat.
You ever had the dick of Drogon? That'd be crazy.
No, I haven't had the dick of anything.
Hey, shout out to everybody on the fucking Fear Factor who was eating fucking cow penis and shit.
Hey, man, it's meat, bro.
Hey, man.
Get your protein.
Them people wasn't right.
Biting to them balls.
Hey.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
And I want you to be completely real.
All right.
What do you think would be more disgusting? Biting into an animal's testicles,
okay,
or biting into an animal's eyeballs?
Whoa. Eyeballs or testicles?
Eyeballs or balls? If you had a choice, which one are you doing?
Are they both cooked? Or are you biting into it raw?
No, raw.
I think just for my own sake, I'd probably still gag and vomit. But
yes.
I'll probably attempt at the eyeballs.
I'm eating balls, bro.
You eating balls?
No, because when you eat the eyeballs, you have got to penetrate. Oh, like even just fucking.
Well, you got to penetrate the sack.
No, just. Yeah, but that's fleshy and shit.
You ready for that crunch?
Dog, it's fleshy and shit. It's not a crunch. The eyeball is a crunch. You've got to penetrate a certain hardness and then it.
And if you crack that testicle, what sound does that
I'm not
make?
eating eyeballs, bro. I draw the line at eyeballs.
What sound does that make?
No, I'm eating balls, bro.
What sound does the balls make
balls,
when you
bro.
penetrate?
I'm eating balls.
Yeah, but what sound does it make?
I'm eating balls, dog. I'm not eating no eyeballs, dog.
I accepted what you said. But I'm saying
you would really eat eyeballs
but I'm
over?
saying,
okay, if they were cooked.
But I'm saying what
if they were cooked?
Yes, I'll answer you. But what does it sound like when you bite into a sack?
I don't know, but I've seen on Fear Factor and shit like that. Mm-hmm. It's a fleshy experience.
If it was cooked, like fried,
sure,
deep fried,
you still like the eyeball is still gonna be wow.
Well, deep fried, I'd probably go for testes, but that's because they're deep fried. Maybe they taste like chicken.
I mean, raw, they're both going to be disgusting and they're going to taste like raw. So it doesn't really matter. They're not going to be tasting like anything. If they're seasoned and cooked, I'm still eating some nuts.
Do a poll. Eyes or balls?
Most people are not eating eyeballs, bro.
We'll make a poll.
Okay.
We do it here now. All right. Right now. We will have a poll right at the bottom of this reel, and it's going to say, would you prefer
Testes or eyeballs?
testes or eyeballs? Voice your shit.
No matter the animal. Goat,
No matter the animal?
cow,
Well, let's be specific about one.
goat.
Goat balls, goat eyeballs.
Yeah.
Voice it.
I'm not eating the eyeballs or nothing.
Yeah, you want the balls in your
Dog,
mouth.
imagine if it was like the last days, fucking zombie, fucking whatever apocalypse.
Mhm.
And you have a small group of people
Sure.
and we have a goat. We can't cook it. We just got to eat it.
The way it is.
You're going for the eyeballs, nigga?
Well, I don't know. I was going to try to bite his stomach.
What if that's taken? What if all we got left is
the
balls and
balls and
eyeballs?
eyes.
What are you going for?
Because that would be last.
What? Yes, because nobody wants to eat that shit.
Nobody wants
which
either
one. Are
one.
you eating? You're eating the eyeballs? What nutrition are you getting out of it? At least I know with the testes, I'm getting pure protein.
Why? Because you drinking that sperm?
However you want to frame it, I'm going to live longer than you because you're walking around eating eyeballs.
Are you going to hold the testes?
You're a weird fucker.
Are you going to hold the
You
testes?
might as well be eating marbles.
No, but are you going to hold the testes as the liquid drips?
You know what it is? You were a kid
Uh-huh.
that just loved Gushers as a kid. While we were eating all these type of candies, Gushers was your thing.
No, I don't know about that.
Dog, it was your thing.
But I didn't mind some Gushers.
Nobody lied. Nobody mind Gushers.
Yeah.
It's not the first snack, but it was a good snack. But for
Hey.
you, Gushers was probably the snack.
If it came down to it and we were in that position, I'm in survival mode. I'm eating what I can get.
Two choices.
I'll probably typically before this scenario, I'm hoping we can cook something up.
You can't cook nothing.
But if we can't, I would at least trial the eyes. Just a trial.
What are you getting from the eyes? Like nutritional value. Like what are you getting from the eyes? You're trying to avoid eating the balls. Why? For some gay shit?
My options are very limited right now.
No, like is when you narrow it down, is that what it is for
Can we
you?
crack them open?
Whatever.
So I have a tool to crack it open?
Yeah, whatever.
All right, if I have
You want to crack open an eyeball with a tool?
No, for the testes.
I'm talking. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but do I get tools?
Sure.
Okay, give me the testes.
No, what I'm saying is,
I don't want to bite into it and break my teeth.
Is it a texture thing for you?
I don't know because I eat oysters and that's one of the worst of textures.
So you can eat. All right. This is a funny ass fucking argument, dog. Like, what do you be thinking when you be thinking if you be thinking?
Clearly, I can handle slime.
Just the eyeballs. First, you got to crack through the hard shell of the eyeball. Then it gushers whatever in.
What if you just take it like a shot?
It's not like that.
Like
It's not like oysters. The eyeball is not like oysters.
It's bigger.
You know what, man?
Hey, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in.
I'm not eating shit that's seen some shit.
Yo, what is this? We hit the 340?
Fuck, I don't know.
We at 340, baby.
Hey.
Appreciate y'all tuning in. This is the Sensei.
Cobretti.
Star DeMarquito. We in this thing, man. Hey, we out of here.